Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to another video, and today we are here for another episode of Tropic Talks, the weekly series where we break down what is going on in the Atlantic. Now, it hasn't really been much of a weekly series recently because nothing's been going on, but I'm going to try to start this back up again. So, today we've got something very concerning to discuss. We're talking about the potential for a hurricane to impact the United States within the next week or two, and that could definitely bring some significant impacts. So today we're going to be talking about the areas at risk and more. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This is the National Hurricane Center website. You can see we have what is called a code red. This is an area of tropical moisture that has a 70% chance or greater to develop into at least a tropical depression or a greater strength even within the next 7 days here. This is Invest AL91. Right now this is in the western Gulf of Mexico, and again we are expecting this to potentially come into a tropical storm or even a hurricane and push its way northward towards portions of the Gulf of Mexico here. All right, now you may notice we do have two lower end disturbances out here in portions of the eastern Atlantic. We're going to talk about those a little more later in the video, but right now they're not too much of a problem. So let's go ahead and move on to what the GFS is showing here for the main system, right? So we can see that right now it's just kind of a little spitty guy down here in the Bay of Campeche, but it is going to push northward and very quickly likely become a tropical storm. By Tuesday, I wouldn't be surprised if we have Tropical Storm Francine here, all right? That is the next name that we'd be talking about if this were to become a named storm. And we can see the GFS has this going all the way down to a 989 millibar low pressure system and making landfall in Louisiana, which likely would be a very low-end Category 1 hurricane landfall. It then has this thing pushing northward and bringing some heavy rainfall to portions of the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. And you can kind of see here that this run of the GFS is doing something a little wild that nobody was really predicting and creating a major hurricane here with that disturbance that we originally had off to the east, right? It's saying that it is going to become very strong and kind of right up the east coast of the United States, and it almost looks like it could go for a landfall here somewhere in like the Cape Cod area, but remember, this is not going to happen. This is one random run of the GFS over 300 hours out, so take that all with a grain of salt. Now here's what the European model is showing here for our main disturbance that we've been talking about. We can see we already have some tropical moisture out there, but that's not really going to develop into anything per se, but we are going to see something potentially try to develop here once again near the South Texas areas where a lot of the models agree this will become likely a tropical depression or a tropical storm. The Euro being quite aggressive, bringing this all the way down to a 987 millibar low pressure system. Again, that would be likely a mid-range Category 1 hurricane landfall here right along the Texas-Louisiana state line. It then has this thing pushing northward and again just bringing some rain to the Ohio and Tennessee valleys, nothing major. So finally, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Canadian model here, kind of the third major long-term forecasting model that we like to use on this channel. And we can see the Canadian also has this thing becoming decently strong. Interestingly enough, it kind of paints it more towards the west here for a landfall. If this were to happen, we'd see a higher chance of a Houston landfall at around 999 millibars. That would, again, likely be a low-end Category 1 hurricane to even a high-end tropical storm. The Canadians being a bit more conservative here with the strength of this system. But again, very concerning stuff, saying that all three of our big long-term forecasting models are agreeing on the potential for some sort of tropical storm or hurricane here by next weekend. That's where a lot of these models are saying this thing's going to make landfall. Again, most of them are saying that it would be somewhere in southeastern Texas or southwestern Louisiana. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. We'll keep you guys updated on this. Remember, the details are likely going to change, so don't get too hooked onto these ideas here. So again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode of Tropic Talks. Peace.